Aloha, this is Marcie from Hawaii Travel Made Easy, and today I'm exposing the hotel industry practice that catches more Hawaii travelers off guard than any other hidden cost. Yesterday, I got this frustrated message. Marcie, we just checked into our Maui resort and discovered there's a $50 per night resort fee that wasn't included in our booking price. We budgeted carefully for this trip, and this extra $350 for the week is completely blowing our budget. Why didn't anyone warn us about this? I hear variations of this story constantly, and it breaks my heart because resort fees are completely predictable and avoidable if you know what to look for and how to plan for them. Here's the reality. Hawaii resort fees have become standard practice, ranging from $39 to $60 or more per night. And until recently, they were often buried in fine print. These fees can add $275 to $450 or more to your total accommodation cost, turning what seemed like a reasonable hotel rate into a budget-busting surprise. But here's the good news. A new 2025 Federal Trade Commission rule now requires hotels to show you the total price up front, including all mandatory fees. This transparency makes it easier to budget accurately and compare properties fairly. Today, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about Hawaii resort fees, including how the new transparency rules work and how to navigate these changes like a pro. Let me start by explaining what resort fees actually are and what's changed in 2025, because understanding the system helps you navigate it more effectively. So what are resort fees supposed to cover? Hotels claim resort fees cover amenities and services like Wi-Fi, pool, and beach access, fitness center use, local phone calls, and sometimes newspapers or bottled water. These fees currently range from $39 to $60 or more per night in Hawaii, with some Waikiki hotels charging as much as $59 per night. Starting in 2025, the Federal Trade Commission now requires hotels to display the full price upfront, including all mandatory fees. So when you see a hotel listed at $349 a night, that total must include the resort fee. No more surprises during checkout. This is a huge win for travelers, but resort fees haven't gone away. They're just more visible now. So what's the real reason resort fees exist? Hotels initially created resort fees as a marketing trick to advertise lower base rates while making up the difference with mandatory fees. Even with the new transparency rules, hotels can still use resort fees to reduce commissions paid to third-party booking sites. There's also the tax multiplier effect. Here's what really hurts. Resort fees are subject to Hawaii's accommodation taxes, which are about 18%. So that $50 resort fee actually costs you about $59 per night. A $400 a night room with a $50 resort fee isn't $450. It's $472 after taxes. Combined with those taxes, resort fees can inflate your total hotel bill by more than 50%. So what's actually included? Well, most resort fee amenities are things that should be included anyway. Basic Wi-Fi, pool access, fitness centers are standard expectations, not special perks. Some resorts do include genuinely valuable items like beach equipment rentals, cultural activities, or premium services, but often the value doesn't justify the cost. So let's do a vacation rental comparison. A $350 night resort with a $50 resort fee plus taxes costs about $472 total per night. A comparable vacation rental at $400 a night with no fees might actually be cheaper and include amenities like full kitchens and washer-dryers. So let's chat about my 5-point resort fee navigation strategy. Strategy point number 1, use the new transparency to your advantage. Thanks to the 2025 FTC rule, hotels must now show you the total price, including mandatory fees upfront when you're shopping. That makes comparing properties much easier than before. However, optional fees like parking, which can be $50 to $75 per night in Waikiki, may not appear until later in the booking process. Always ask about parking fees specifically if you'll have a rental car. Use this formula to verify your true nightly cost. Look for the total per night that includes mandatory fees, then add any optional parking fees you'll need. Strategy point number 2, evaluate what you'll actually get for the fee. Look at the resort fee itemization and honestly assess what you'll use. If you never use hotel fitness centers, don't care about newspapers, and use your own hotspot for internet, you're paying for amenities you won't enjoy. Some resorts include valuable perks like daily beach chair and umbrella service, which is worth $30 to $40 per day if rented separately, cultural activities or equipment rentals. Calculate whether those benefits justify the fee for your travel style. Ask about fee waivers. Some hotels waive resort fees for certain loyalty program elite members or direct bookings, although this is becoming less common. Strategy point number 3, factor fees into your accommodation decision. When choosing between a resort with fees and a vacation rental or boutique hotel without them, calculate the total value proposition using the transparent pricing now available. Remember that resort fees are daily charges. They add up quickly. A $50 night resort fee on a 7-night stay costs $350 plus taxes, which is about $413 total, which could upgrade your room category at a fee-free property or extend your vacation by a day. Resort fees are usually non-refundable and apply even if you don't use the amenities, unlike a la carte pricing, where you pay only for what you use. Strategy point number 4, understand your limited options for avoidance. Resort fees are typically mandatory and can't be waived by saying you won't use amenities. However, there are a few exceptions. Some hotels waive fees for loyalty program elite members. World of Hyatt, for example, waives resort fees for globalist members. Direct booking occasionally includes fee waivers as an incentive. Alternative accommodations like vacation rentals, boutique hotels, and some locally owned properties often don't charge resort fees, giving you more predictable pricing. For example, Disney's Aulani Resort and the Surf Shack Hotel in Waikiki don't charge resort fees. Strategy point number 5, budget and book strategically. Always build resort fees into your accommodation budget from the beginning. Now that prices are displayed transparently, you can see the true cost immediately. If your hotel budget is $400 a night total, look for properties showing $400 a night all-in pricing, understanding that this includes their resort fees. Book directly with hotels when possible. You're more likely to get fee waivers or special perks that add value. Read confirmation emails carefully and verify all changes match what you saw during booking. So when are resort fees worth it and when should you avoid them? Well, resort fees can provide value when they include amenities that match services you'd pay for separately, like beach equipment, cultural activities, premium Wi-Fi for work. When you're staying at a full-service resort where you'll use multiple included services daily. Or the total cost still fits your budget and provides better overall value than alternatives. But you should avoid properties with high resort fees when you prefer exploring beyond the resort and won't use most included amenities, when you're budget conscious and the fees represent a significant percentage of your accommodation costs, or when you're staying somewhere primarily for sleeping and basic amenities. So, what's my alternative strategy? Well, many travelers find better value in vacation rentals, boutique hotels, or locally owned properties that don't charge resort fees, but might offer similar or better amenities included in the base rate. In my Hawaii travel consultations, I help families calculate the true cost comparison between accommodation types, factoring in resort fees, parking, which can add another $50 to $70 a night, and other charges. My digital travel guides include specific information about resort fees at major Hawaii hotels so you can budget accurately and compare options fairly. If this episode helped you understand how to navigate resort fees with the new 2025 transparency rules, that's fantastic. The good news is that surprise fees at check-in should be mostly eliminated now that hotels must show total pricing upfront. If you want help comparing accommodation options with all fees factored in, or if you need guidance on finding the best value for your specific travel style and budget, that's exactly what I help with in my travel consultations. My digital Hawaii travel guides include detailed resort fee information for major properties, plus alternative accommodation recommendations that offer transparent pricing. You can find information about both at hawaiitravelwithkids.com. Click on Hawaii Travel Consultant for personalized accommodation planning with accurate cost analysis, or Hawaii Travel Guides for comprehensive hotel fee breakdowns. Remember, with the new transparency rules, you now have the power to see exactly what you'll pay up front. Use this to your advantage and budget accurately for an amazing Hawaii vacation. I'd love to hear about your experiences with the new transparency pricing. Send me a DM on Instagram at Hawaii Travel with Kids and let me know if the upfront pricing helped you make better booking decisions. Until next time, book smart and budget accurately for your dream Hawaii getaway. Aloha.